Central Nebraska's sports source. We want to say thanks to all the community-spirited businesses who bring you our coverage. We hope that you'll join us thanking those sponsors by giving them your patronage. Now, let's go live for our coverage of exciting sports action on Central Nebraska Sports Source.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, right here on KBBN. It is MNAC Semifinals. We start off this afternoon with Mullen and Anselmo Myrna. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gavin Higgins. I'll be joined shortly by my broadcast partner, Larry Cotner. But as we begin this broadcast, we want to thank our sponsors making it possible here on the radio. Also want to let you know that we have some great sponsors making it possible for this game to be viewed as well on our streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. First, our radio sponsors. They include 4 County Heating and Air, Backbone of Healthcare, Nebraska Past Your Door, Thrivent Financial with Scott Harvey, Consolidated, Miller Cattle Company, Tri-S Ag, Kristen Electric, St. Hills Golf Club, Seavers Angus, First State Bank of Mullen, St. Hills Natural Water, Foo Bar and Grill, Quick Stop in Mullen, Reflections Salon and Spa, BD and Broken Bow, Muddy Creek Auto, and also brought to you by the sponsors you hear each and every game: Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Rod's Body and Paint, Arrow Seed, Team Physical Therapy, Mead Lumber, Trotter Service, Shelter Insurance with Brent Custer, Custer Federal State Bank, A to Z Lawn Pro and Landscaping, Squire Septic Service of Myrna, Agland ATV, Bruning Bank, and Sargent Irrigation. Thank you to all of those sponsors, and when we come back, we'll take a look at your video sponsors, making it possible for the game today to be viewed on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter as well.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Brandon and Barb Miller with Miller Cattle Company are proud Anselmo Myrna Coyote supporters. For years, Miller Cattle Company has been selecting top genetics and developing heifers for longevity. And this year, they'll have another excellent offering of AI-sired and naturally sired Red Angus and Black Angus bred heifers. Contact them in Myrna. Proud supporters of the Anselmo Myrna Coyotes and this broadcast. Brandon and Barb Miller with the Miller Cattle Company of Myrna. This is for the Anselmo Myrna community members and alumni. By Tri-S Ag, supporting the Anselmo Myrna Coyotes.
Welcome back to the Broken Bow Indian Gym. Let's take a look at our sponsors making this game possible, as well as all of the semifinals, third place consolation, and championship games, which will be featured on our streaming platforms. They include YouTube, KCNI/KBBN, Facebook, St. Hills Express, and Twitter at KBBN Sports. Those sponsors include what you will see scrolling on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen: Miller Cattle Company, Tri-S Ag, Kristen Electric, St. Hills Golf Club, BD of Broken Bow, Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Mead Lumber, Trotter Service, Custer Federal State Bank, Squire Septic Service of Myrna, Agland ATV, Liza Simonson CPA, Garden Lautzenheiser and Ryan PC, Mackey's Grocery, St. Hills Physical Therapy, Lions Appliance, Insurance of the Heartland, Palmer Monument, Lashley Land, Geared for Sports, Broken Bow Livestock with Drew Gaffney, Colligan with Del Moniger and Tim Wright, the Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Gateway Motors in Broken Bow, Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo, St. Hills Custom Creations, Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, Custer Public Power District, and AgriBest Feeds of Callaway. Thank you to all of those sponsors making today's broadcast possible. And we've got a great one to start us off this afternoon as I welcome in my broadcast partner, Larry Cotner. Larry, it is conference time and it is semifinals as well.
Boy, I tell you what, we talked about the fact that maybe 6 or 7 teams coming into this MNAC tournament had a legitimate shot at winning this tournament. And when I throw in that 7th team, Brady had been playing so well recently, and they challenged the number 1 seed the other night to a 7-point game. So we've got the 4 teams that have made it here to the semifinals. To tell you how wide open it is, the defending runners-up from a year ago, Sandhills Valley, did not make the semifinals, and they had a lot of folks back. That's just how tough and deep and even this MNAC boys semifinal is this year.
And we take a look at the game in front of us, Mullen and Anselmo Myrna. Mullen gets to this point after a dominating victory over Arthur County on Monday, 71-33. And while maybe the bench isn't as deep as the coaches are hoping for, they've got a great starting 5.
Yeah, they've got a very experienced starting 5 that have state basketball tournament experience. When you take a look at Trevor Kuntzel, Clayton Moore, and also Luke Dirtfee, there's players that have spent time down in Lincoln, played in the big games, and so they understand it. They're a part of the defending champions from a year ago that won this conference tournament.
And we look on the other side of the court, and that's Anselmo Myrna. They had a barn burner against South Loop, and it was a game that, as expected, went right down to the wire. Some free throws and a couple of buckets was the really only reason that Anselmo Myrna was able to pull away 55-49. But this is a team that has a lot of senior leadership and a lot of talent as well.
Yeah, they came a different way. They had a tough game coming into this tournament, and it's a lot of the same players we saw in the football season. Wyatt Lambertson, Dalton DeRee, Carter Johnson, just to name a few. And, players that are going to work together. They're the 3 seed. Mullen is the 2 seed. This can't be any better because they're both 11-6 on the year. They've played once this year in Mullen, and the Broncos